Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This is the Canadian Film Forecast for the week of September 7th. We took the month of August off, and I hope that some of you out there were able to do the same and enjoy your summer. I know it's been a crazy summer for all of these ladies, so let's get right into it because we've got so much to catch up on. Joining me, and I'm so happy to see all these smiling faces from Vancouver, clearly, Anita Adams in the forest, and I believe she averted her camera slightly. She moved it because it was distracting to see the massive fairies going behind her there. That's BC for you.
Right.
Hey, Anita.
Hi. So good to be here.
Also, in a not quite as picturesque but still lovely part of BC, we have Catherine Brodsky. Hey, Catherine.
My apartment is very picturesque. Thank you very much, Priya. But
pardon me, I thought you had one of those virtual backdrops on. So
oh, nice save. But I agree,
right.
The background is the one to beat. So
well, actually, I'm kind of digging Analea's background right here in Toronto, or the vicinity, perhaps. Looks very clean. I love the aesthetic lines there. Analea Boki, how are you?
I'm good. Just back from the forest.
Back from the forest, where you always belong, there or on a beach. All right, folks, we've got a lot to catch up on because it's festival season. So we're going to have a little bit of a rundown on what's going on with TIFF and VIFF this year. We're going to get some new film recommendations from Anita. But as always, we're going to start off with new film releases with Analea. And I think we're getting some good news because we're starting to see a return to actual movie theaters. So Analea, take it away.
Absolutely, Priya. It's pretty remarkable. In its third week, we have Rustic Oracle happening in Quebec, and it is going to be coming to Toronto on September 18th.
Great.
So look out for that. It's a fantastic dramatic feature about an 8-year-old trying to understand what happened to her sister, who is Indigenous and disappeared. So it's a very pertinent story for the time right now. And we also have in the cinema that is, again, been enjoying, smashing the box office, first in Winnipeg, and now it is in Vancouver and Toronto. We have I Propose We Never See Each Other Again After Tonight. So look out for that.
A title that I think would be interesting in this time because you can't really do that kind of thing right now. Anyway, sorry, I digress.
It's a really fun film, and it's been killing some of the blockbusters in Winnipeg. So yeah, it's kind of cool.
Amazing.
As well as Brotherhood. Brotherhood has been enjoying a lot of fantastic runs in the cinema. They got extended in London at the Highland. They are coming to Calgary on September 11th at the Globe Cinema. And they're currently in Chilliwack, BC at the Cottonwood. So those three are in cinemas, and we have a bunch of releases as well that you can check out on our website. There's always new films coming out, but it's exciting seeing films doing well in the cinema and getting extended runs. Thanks to you for coming out and seeing them.
Yeah, amazing. It's so nice. I haven't yet been back to the theater. Have any of you ladies ventured?
I haven't yet.
No.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully soon. I'm not opposed to doing it. There just wasn't a lot out, and I was trying to spend as much time outdoors while the weather was nice. So now it's getting to be that time, I guess, when we start to curl up and watch good movies inside.
I'm still craving to go to a drive-in, though.
I was just gonna say.
Me too.
Yes.
I want to do that.
Yeah, I really have to do that. Actually, that's a perfect segue into the Brodsky Report because you're going to talk about what's happening with TIFF and VIFF. I know we usually go to Anita second, but I just felt like this was a natural segue since we are seeing some drive-in movie screenings, at least at TIFF.
Sure. Yeah. Well, that was that would be the highlight if I was in Toronto. So, as we know, by now things are looking a little bit different for film festivals this year, and we have a few of them coming up. So, TIFF is the first one up, the Toronto Film Festival. It runs September 10th to September 19th, and what they're going to be doing is a mix of virtual screenings and streaming events, as well as socially distanced in-person screenings. And as you called it, Priya, drive-in movies. So yeah, I wish I was in Toronto because I would be so into that. There's also going to be some Q&A events and things like that that are going to be free for the public to join, which is pretty awesome. And you can find out a lot more about that at tiv.net. And if you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, we're going to spotlight some of this year's Canadian film selections from TIFF. So be sure to check that out. The Vancouver Film Festival is also coming September 24th to October 7th. That one, from my understanding, is going to be completely virtual. But it's going to kick off with Loretta Todd's Monkey Beach premiere, which will open the festival and make its world debut. And there's going to be over 100 feature films and events, and you'll be able to watch those from the comfort of your home using VIF Connect, which is their new online streaming platform. And you can find out more at vif.org. And last but certainly not least is the Calgary Film Festival. And that's running very closely intertwined with Vancouver Film Festival. So September 23rd to October 4th. And for the first time in the festival's history, because there's a lot of firsts right now, the film festival will also screen its lineup of selected films. And they're going to be available for streaming to audiences in Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba. And you can find out more at ciffcalgary.ca. So be sure to check that out if you're in one of those regions and watching us right now. And of course, be sure to follow us on all our social to find out about some great films and events, as we'll keep our eyes out on things we can share with you. And back to you, Priya.
Thanks, Catherine. Yeah, it certainly is going to look a little bit different. Very curious to know how they're going to do red carpets, or if they're going to do any red carpets, like if we're going to see any of those stars out that we normally would be gathering. You know, the folks would be climbing up on footstools and trying to get a peek of whoever's in town. So
yeah, it's going to be a little bit different from that front because as you know, probably like if somebody flies into Toronto, for example, they have to quarantine for a couple of weeks. So we're not going to be seeing a lot of celebrities hitting the ground, but from what I understand, there's a lot of things that have been pre-recorded Q&A, introductions to films, and then a lot of Q&A, and also they've persuaded a lot of celebrities to take part in the digital events digitally. So you'll see people stopping by and engaging that way. So it's going to be a little bit different, and it's definitely more of a challenge to build that buzz using digital platforms and tools. So because we're not going to, be walking by and randomly seeing people screaming, but there's still a lot of excitement in the air.
Well, and again, a perfect segue as you talk about building buzz through digital and technology. Well, we're going to be having an amazing Q&A with the directors of the new corporation, The Unfortunately Necessary Sequel. We're going to be talking to both the directors, Joel Bakken and Jennifer Abbott, this Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. That's going to be a live session, so you guys can all tune in, ask your questions on how this movie came to be, how timely it really is. It's going to be a really cool one. So we hope you'll join us this Thursday for that session with one of the TIFF Canadian films screening at TIFF this year.
Yeah, and apparently it's apparently gotten worse. So that is a necessary film.
Yeah. I know. I really love the title, the cheekiness of the title, The Unfortunately Necessary Sequel. So it will be very interesting to see why they felt the need to make this film. And I'm just sure with everything that's going on right now, they're probably already making the unfortunately, absolutely necessary threequel, or whatever that would be called. But I think I just coined a term, the threequel. So there you go.
Corporation,
right.
Like 15, 16 years ago when that was first made?
I don't remember the exact date.
I think longer than that, but it was such a impactful, like that was
17 years ago, actually.
17. It was a very impactful documentary when it first came out, and it was, you know, Canadian, but it spread everywhere. It was just, everyone was talking about it.
Yeah, definitely a lot of buzz around that one. Thanks for that report, Catherine. And now we will go over to Anita for Anita's picks, and we're doing a bit of a retrospective or a spotlight on this time around.
Yeah, kind of by accident, actually. I was going through some titles on CBC Gem, which is kind of my go-to platform. I really like the CBC Gem platform because they have so many great films. So that has been my go-to. And I'm like, what have I not talked about yet that I'm excited about? What new films may have come in? And I picked two. And then after I picked them and I was, you know, just writing up some stuff, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're both by Kim Gwen. And I totally did not plan that. He is such a talented filmmaker. The first film I would like to recommend to you is Two Lovers and a Bear. And it also stars Tatiana Maslany and Dane DeHaan. And these two they just give such a stellar performance in this film. It's set in a small town near the North Pole where roads literally lead nowhere. This is a story that follows Roman and Lucy and their two burning souls who come together to make a leap for life and inner peace. Cinematically gorgeous, storytelling very powerful. You'll fall in love with the characters. It is a strong, beautiful film. I'd love you to see it, and I'd love to hear what you think about it. The other title, this title, I believe it's actually an earlier film by Kim, and it's War Witch. That's the English title. The French title is Rebelle, and it's about a child soldier who's forced into a civil war in Africa and who is believed to be a witch. Again, this film, it's gripping. Like Two Lovers and a Bear, cinematically beautiful. You will really enjoy the storytelling. It's very rich. Kim wrote and directed this. He's a powerful storyteller, so check it out. This film premiered at the Berlin International Film Festival. It's won a number of honors, including the Best Motion Picture at the Canadian Screen Awards, and it was nominated for the Academy Award for Best International Feature Film. Both these films, again, are on CBC Gem. They're available for free. So if you're looking for some entertainment this week, I've got two great ones for you. Check them out.
Yeah, and I don't know about everybody else, but I'm running out of things to watch on Netflix and, you know, all the other platforms. So if you're still looking for content, as we all are, CBC Gem is a real gem. It really does have some amazing Canadian titles. So great that you're always picking from there, and two more that you knocked out of the park with these two.
Thank you, Bria.
I don't know why was this
Clearly not a one-hit wonder director either.
Ooh, but I like it. Slam dunk with that. How about that? You know, because we're in NBA playoffs, whatever. Okay, folks, so that's it for us. I just want to also give one great plug to the Real Inspiration podcast. We have a new episode up this month, and it is not me. It is the lovely Catherine chatting with none other than Kim Coates. It's a very entertaining, very intense, but also quite amusing chat with him. So you'll have to listen to that. You can find that at firstreadingclub.ca. Is that right?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it was only 1 month that you
Dash podcast.
Has it been that long? Has it really been that long?
I forgot how to talk. It's okay. It's okay.
I actually forgot what time our meetings were. You know, it goes away so fast.
What meetings?
What meetings?
And also earlier this summer, we spoke with Tanya Williams. So check out those two summer episodes. There's some great episodes. We've done 9 now, I believe, and just some incredible people that we've had the pleasure of talking to. 8, whatever.
Who's counting?
9 guests though, because one episode we had Jonas Chernick and Jeremy Lalonde, so it kind of counts as 9.
Double whammy.
And we've got lots more to come. So stay tuned and have a great week, folks. We will see you next week.
Awesome. Bye, everybody.
Bye.